my pace. I cut the copies to the base. Velocity mirror maze, break the echoes, punch the line. All the phantom lanes resign. When the downbeat hits the glass obeys, I clear the path in a mirror maze. Velocity mirror maze, steal decides and doubt, let's go. One true vector, make it show. He chases ghosts while I raise my face. Wind goes forward through the mirror maze. Cold visor carries drifting rings. Rivet lights flash like metronome wings. I mark the seam with a patient foot. Every late copy cut at the root.
Billboards fold into pasted rain. Rivals grin, repeats, then drains. Load shifts, tidy radius set. I thread the hollow through the net.
Taps get tighter, feedback swells.
Tom steps ladder like warning bells. If his mirage leans over my lane, I flip the phase and drop the chain.
Velocity mirror maze, break the echoes, punch the line. All the phantom lanes resign. When the downbeat hits the glass obeys, I clear the path in a mirror maze. Velocity mirror maze, still decides and doubt, let's go. One true vector, make it show. He chases ghosts while I raise my face. Wind goes forward through the mirror maze. DXEP broken octaves versus super solid. Stack ping pong taps. Mid-8 tom cascade octave bass shove. One beat chorus style shatter at bar tops. Kick steps out, taps wander thin. Glow lines swirl like violin. A single silhouette holds center mass. I time the strike against the glass.
Claps rise tall, feedback climbs. Hats 1/8, 1/16 in chimes. Narrow to needle, count and brace. 3, 2,
Velocity mirror maze, break the echoes, punch the line. All the phantom lanes resign. When the downbeat hits the glass obeys, I clear the path in a mirror maze. Velocity mirror maze, steal the signs and doubt, let's go. One true vector, make it show. He chases ghosts while I raise my face. Wind goes forward through the mirror maze. Velocity mirror maze, raise the grade, the copies fade. Only the chosen roadway stayed. Crown the tunnel with a living blaze. Name cuts brightest through the mirror maze. No spin left where the wheels of praise. Finish rights queen in the morning rays. Silence after all the delays. Proof escapes the mirror maze. Taps fall single, EP glows thin. One real shadow, engines grin. lines with a subtle twist. Pitch climbs quick, impossible to miss. Hats grow finer, tom step high. EP sprockets in a bright reply. If gravity claims I've gone too swift, I change the frame with the blue shift.
Turbo blue shift, time snaps tighter in my hand. Cyan tails get pulled into the land. Road draws nearer like a folding gift. I punch the skyline with the turbo blue shift. Headlights spiraling ahead. Every doubt proceeds to thread. Meters jump upward, senses sift. World rushes forward in a turbo blue shift. Cold pain singing at the visor rim. Numbers condense, edges slim. Throttle marks measures in a steady line. Friction returns a lucid sign.
Billboard shear into cyan spray. Overpass arrows lean the way. Load stays centered while the curve goes crisp. Lad flicks higher with a lightning lift. Counterweight, the cadence glows. Keys drop murky where the airflow goes. If limits crowd the chosen drift, I tilt the spectrum for the left.
Turbo blue shift, time snaps tighter in my hand. Cyan tails get pulled into the land. Road draws nearer like a folding gift. I punch the skyline with a turbo blue shift. Headlights spiraling ahead. Every doubt recedes to thread. Meters jump upward, senses sift. World rushes forward in a turbo blue shift.
Kick steps out, one blue line hums. Thin hats tick like turbine drums. Tail light ribbon folds inside the glass. Breath hold steady for the pass.
Clefs grow wider, filters open clear. Stack mini up, sweeps draw near. Lead aims higher on a tighten lift. 3, 2, shift. Turbo blue shift, time snaps tighter in my hand. Cyan tails get pulled into the land. Road draws nearer like a folding gift. I punch the skyline with the turbo blue shift. Headlights spiraling ahead. Every doubt recedes to thread. Meters jump upward, senses sift. World rushes forward in a turbo blue shift. Turbo blue shift, raise the grade and clear the air. Every tooth engaging where they dare.
Finish line contracts to a single glyph. Nameless bright on a turbo blue shift. No shadow lingers when the colors lift. Dawn turns cobalt on the drift. Proof rides forward in a silver script. Signed in motion by a turbo blue shift. EP softens, winds subside. A thin blue echo on the morning side. White marks tilt like teeth of a gear. Wind draws symbols only I can hear. Hands stay level on a tempered spine. EP drops mercury down the line.
Draft tugs close with a measured pull. Mirrors catch prisms in a steady line.
lead climbs a third.
Cold glass steady at the visor rim. Numbers condense, edges slim. Throttle rights pressure with a clean intent. Triangle bliss meets the ascent.
Billboards flicker into honey gold shards. Bridges lean forward like shuffled cards. Brass locks cadence on the inner rail. Every third accent never fails.
Counting threes while the skyline bends.
EP staccatos thread the ends.
If noise throws static on the road I sign.
I lift the motif and realign. Neon delta line triangles racing through the night.
Brass marks pulses, lanes turn bright.
Electro piano carries every sign. I cut the city on a neon delta line.
Neon delta line. Arrows stacking vectors join. Three strokes driving through the coin.
From curbside glow to a crown design. When it unfolds on the delta line. DXEP broken octaves jet. Triangle wave lead their steps on three pulse accents. Mid eight tom cascade 8-octave bass shove.
Neon flickers on bar tops.
Kick steps out the diagram breeze.
One bell tick weaving under ease.
Sign buzz soft on the windshield spine.
Triangles hovering in a fine outline. Clefs climb higher, filters open wide. Steps stack thicker as the lanes coincide.
Lid pivots upward on a measured sign.
3, 2, align. Neon delta
Line triangles racing through the night.
brass marks pulses, lanes turn bright.
Electro piano carries every sign. I cut the city on a neon delta line.
Neon delta line. Arrows stacking vectors join. Three strokes driving through the coin.
From curbside glow to a crown design.
When unfolds on the delta. Neon delta line. Raise the grading, break the crown. Every mark converging down.
DX key shimmer while the vector shine. Name set sharp on the neon delta line.
No scatter left where the angles twine. Dawn reads proof in a triple sign. Finish glows clear in a straightened spine. Signed and sealed on the delta line. Steps fall quiet, EP fade.
Neon triangles fold back in.
versus Moti. Ascending portamento, super soul answers. Mid-8 tom cascade, the bass shove. Overpass. Kick steps out, the E piano rings. One note hovering on wire strings. Light trail stack on the windshield glass. Breath sets ready for the pass.
Slats grow wider, filters open clean. Lead keeps sliding up the beam. Meters gather for the final cast.
3, 2, play.
Jetstream Overpass. I shoot the melody straight through the sky. Headlight trails kick upward as I fly.
All the lanes resolve into a single path.
Break the ceiling on a Jetstream Overpass. Jetstream Overpass.
E-beat glitters under steel. Rising glide converts the feel from slanted roads to a vertical blast.
Crown the rush with the Jetstream Overpass. Jetstream Overpass.
Raise the grade, unlock the air. Every tooth engaging while it flares. Skyline yields to a column of glass. Name set brighter on a Jetstream Overpass. No shade can follow where the arrows pass. EP shines nickel over grass.
Finish line waiting in a lucid mass.
Signed in motion on a Jetstream Overpass.
Lead eases down the lanes, relax. A fate wanes with that.
On the overpass.
When Sean drops,
Birds glimmer, the road becomes a dome.
air pulls narrow like a runway set. Choose your lane, place the bet. Big tick ticks out. White marks blur to a tightening ring. Hands keep quiet while the gauges sing. Cold glass steady on a measured aim. Grip finds language in the turning frame.
Draft curls close like a dealer's hand. Signals align and the shoulders stand.
Zero is whispering under breath. Red against black on the edge of the crest. Spin, tick, 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 tick. Bounce, 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 bounce.
Jetstream roulette, ball goes flying down the lane. All the odds collapse into my vein. Pocket lights up, I collect the set. Night pays out on a Jetstream roulette. Wind decides and I don't fret. Runway numbers lock the net. When luck and traction finally intersect, sky turns dealer in a Jetstream roulette.
Click, whoosh, kick, slams. Tom ladder climbs. Low voice, razor flow, no stall, no fluff. Wheel keeps talking, I'm reading the stuff. Left foot balances right, rights go. Marker on apex, payout glow. Cameras on fenders, streaks like thread. Every small bounce says aim ahead. If chance takes credit for a line that's true, count the craft, I aimed it through.
Billboard flaring the spinning coins. Overpass when locks up the joints. Throttle draws proof on the tempered rail. Ball
screen.
Headlights lace a silver seam.
Hands hold level, throttle stays clean.
Pulse taps time in the hidden machine.
Meter ticks widening into tighter rays. White dashes shorten under brighter haze. Grip finds proof where the corners lean. Road rides code I can't unsee.
Accents bite, the skyline tightens. Hats grow faster, glass brightens. If drag rights anchors on my run, I shift the clock and add one.
Overclocked horizon, marks multi-Ryan, race my will. Every notch compresses louder still. Pressure like thunder under steel I own. I chase the line that keeps moving the goal. Overclocked horizon beats it harder, night turns thin.
Distance falls and pulls me in.
When edges sprint and the sky is drawn, I pass the future where the ticks roll on. Click, 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 before kick, 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 re-enters, Tom ladder short, whoosh. Baseline locked, no slack in the floor.
Low and surgical, aim for more.
Left speaks, wait, right at his fear.
Cursor on apex, time clear.
Frames get tighter, marks add rows.
HUD says push, so the margin goes.
If chance wants credit, it's out of the shot. This is repetition train white hot.
Bridges rake upward like a comb of light. Draft draws narrow till the map feels right. Billboards smear to a streaming braid. Names fall off where the games get made.
Camera zooms, the lens keeps trimming. Hats turn needles.
Stars look swimming.
When noise pretends the pace is done, I notch the dial and add one. Overclocked horizon, multiply and race my will. Every notch compresses louder still. Pressure like thunder under steel I own. I chase the line that keeps moving the goal. Overclocked horizon beats it harder, night turns thin. Distance falls and pulls me in. When edges sprint and the sky is drawn, I pass the future where the ticks roll on. Super soar. One kick, one tick, far apart at first. Air resets, the lattice thirst. Readout climbing, no cap in sight. Heat in the core, but the aim stays tight. Scope to the verge where the ruling's thin. I redraw margins that lean them in. Zero illusion, mechanic grace. Every accent carving space. When the grid gets fine and the dawn looks near, I blink the world and drop the gear.
Decks crowd closer, hats go sheer. Claps grow taller, impacts sear. Gate lead flickers like welded sun. Hold, cap.
Overclocked horizon, marks multiply and race my will.
Every notch compresses louder still.
Pressure like thunder under steel I own. I chase the line that keeps moving the goal. Overclocked horizon beats it harder, night turns thin.
Distance falls and pulls me in.
When edges sprint and the sky is drawn, I'm past the future where the ticks roll on. Overclocked horizon, break the casing, let it bloom.
All teeth engaging, cast the room.
Scopes on highway breathes in a narrow fray, every tone leaning up and away.
White dashes into a single thread, cold glass steady while I aim the head. Hands lay calm on a center dark, numbers brighten in the rising dark.
Mirrors hold ribbons from a fading crew, draft turns velvet as the corners glue. Pressure finds balance on a tempered seam, pitch keeps climbing like a hidden beam.
Hats tick finer, toms align in pairs, keys drop mercury between the flares.
Static tries to fog what I swore, I lift the tone and lean some more.
Redshift Oath, I raise my vow with every upward tone. Tail like rivers pulled into the unknown. Tension blooming as the skyline glows. Assign the throttle with a redshift oath. Redshift oath for edge, pulling at the lines I chose. All the distant color warms and grows. Truth gets louder as the miles unroll.
Heart accelerating on a redshift. Kick slams, bass punches, lead green. Dab days, slow talk, forward, no filter, no smoke. Map gets simple when the gauge is spoke. Right foot edits, left holds frame.
Angles make grammar, I underline flame. Hood goes vermilion, pitch climbs true. Doubt falls backward in a softer hue. If luck wants credit, it's out of scope.
Overpass, wind comb sparks from steel. Billboards bend to the raveled wheel. Distance releases what it tried to keep. Red lines lengthen, meaning steep.
Count to 8, the lane draws thin.
E-piano freckles on the skin.
If fear writes captions I don't own.
I tool a spectrum and overtone.
Redshift oath, I raise my vow with every upward tone. Tail like rivers pull into the unknown. Tension blooming as the skyline glows. I sign the throttle with a redshift oath. Redshift oath for edge, pulling at the lines I chose. All the distant color warms and grows. Truth gets louder as the miles unroll.
Heart accelerating on a redshift. Super saw hook answers redshift lit with continuous micro glide. Mid 8 tom, cascade, octave bass shove, Doppler sweeps, tag bar tops. Kick alone, boom boom, tilt to Fred. One note hovering just ahead. On the bonnet, a ruby trail. Words unspoken, none to fail. Bang!
Head up horizon, no backlight lies. Thou in motion where the color flies. Raise the pitch till the doubts get small. Every scent rising is a cab call.
If fate drifts farther, I won't slow. I'll meet that shift and let it show. Hand on the wheel like a ceiling note. Signed in transit.
chrome with tangerine lines. A melody hums where the road unwinds. Guitar neck glitters by the driver's pane. Two shapes racing in the same refrain.
White marks whisper like a metronome chain. Wind writes vowels on the window pane. Hand stays certain on a tempered wheel. Foot finds pressure where the chords turn real.
Draft pulls gentle with a velvet hand. Bridges move forward like a patient band. Headlights bloom on a silver crest. I set the timing and the curve does the rest.
If doubt throws sand on the singing lane, I lift the filter and clear the grain. Hats rise brighter, time's align, ready to answer with the racing line.
Asphalt Serenata,
Engine sings in its hollow light.
rhythm guitar keeping left of night. Octave bass promises under sky so wide.
I tell the distance with the melody ride.
Asphalt Serenata, twilight harmony in steel.
Every curve confesses what I feel.
Side by side, the six strings match my pace.
Song and shadow running face to face.
Low voice, clean tap, no echo of fear. Map gets simple when the chorus is near. Grip like a stance, attraction and rhyme. Meter on tires, I'm counting the time.
Neon grenade melts on the hood. Left hand steady, it's reading me good. If luck's a rumor, I'm letting it pass. Truth is the downbeat under the glass. Billboards
Soften into watercolor stripes. Guitar strings answer every throttle swipe. Signal stack tidy where the lanes agree. I thread the measure till the road sings me.
count to 8, lanterns rise. Keys drop mercury through the skies. When quiet tries to hide the vow, I play it louder here and now.
Asphalt Serenata,
Engine sings in its halo light.
rhythm guitar keeping left of night. Octave bass promises under sky so wide.
I tell the distance with the melody ride. Asphalt Serenata, twilight harmony in steel. Every curve confesses what I feel. Side by side, the six strings match my pace. Song and shadow running face to face.
Guitar harmonics float like porch light stars. Pad holds one note across the bars. Keep the tempo, breathe, let it ring. The road leans closer to hear me sing. Fretboard flickers in the rearview blue. Downstroke heartbeat, lanes cut true. No fake bravado, just line and tone. I pass the silence and make it known. If fate's a chorus, then give me the key. I'll punch the hook where the rails agree. Car and guitar, two shadows align. Solo in motion across the line.
fades silver, Taft breath slows, twilight lingers where the melody goes.
The the road keeps glowing at the place. Rain lines skating on the midnight rain. Headlights stitch a runway I made. Breath goes narrow, gauges hold. Rubber finds truth in the cold. White paint slick, but the vector stays.
Hands keep level through the glassy haze.
Low to the nose, then I set it free. Contact whispers in geometry. Draft tugs low in a magnet pull. Hats tick clean while the wells run full. Knuckles like anchors, eyes on scene. Grip inverters in a silver stream.
If no stripes letting on the lines I name, I drain it out and tighten frame. A quick pulses edge in view. Pressure equals follow through. Midnight traction, low and locked, no waste, no slack. Tread digs hard and the night digs back. Close shot thunder where the tires shoot rain. Every gear a promise I sustain. Midnight traction, clean cut power in the lane. Spray turns halo, losses drain.
When steel and water sign the same transaction, I win by holding midnight shows. Kick slams, punch it, Tom Rider rises. Zero bloom on the bottom, it's surgical tight. Map gets simple when the inputs are right. Left hand steady, right trim slip. Wake swing speaks and the sidewalls grip. Hoodie shows calm, no myth in the view. Numbers say take it out, do what they do. Camera on tie, see the water get sliced. Margin in millimeters, price.
Billboard speed into ribbon chrome. Overpass wind hums metronome. Throttle line glint on a measured arc. I thread the mirror and skip the spot.
Fear right static at the apex rim. I clear the channel and keep it slim. Count the meters, save, stay. Contact that just change your day.
Midnight traction, low and locked, no waste, no slack. Tread digs hard and the night digs back. Close shot thunder where the tires shoot rain. Every gear a promise I sustain. Midnight traction, clean cut power in the lane. Spray turns halo, losses drain.
When steel and water sign the same transaction, I win by holding midnight traction. Superstar. 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 So. Half speed, kick, rain, hats patter. Keep it tidy, load, breathe. One note hanging over wet glass chatter. Clamps roll and shut on the crown of the wheel.
Hydroplane never.
Too much feel, towing tiny, camera clean. Contact price map, where the road looks mean.
No fog in the bottom, I mute that. Punch the quarter of comic fit. If luck is credit, it's out of its lane. This is technique in the rain.
Hats climb 116, filters rise, claps grow wide. The street complies, downbeat loading, line exact, release the proof, full track. such a circular design. I breathe, won't set the line.
Cold air threads the visor's fine. White marks gather into spine. Hands stay steady, pressure true. Every radius pulls me through.
Mirrors will comets in a rounded trail. Draft like magnet on a polished rail. Apex closes like a guiding ring. Load finds balance, tires sing.
If your right edge is where I mean to go,
I smooth the corners, let the motion show.
spin up the promise till the doubts release.
Halo turning me to peace. Turbo halo promise circle bright above my drive. All the lanes align and vows arrive. Round the horizon where the roads entwine. I keep the orbit and the pulse is mine. Turbo halo promise trims the light around the night.
Every curve becomes a ride.
Bring on the windshield, let out shine. I seal the future with a halo sign. Whoosh, hey, kick returns, bass digs in. Trail widens.
Bridges lift gently like a turning crown. Numbers behave as the slope comes down. Footworks measure with a careful tone. Grip translates it stone on stone.
Billboards blur into circular glare. Wind draws circles in my hair. Gauge mark tempo in a glowing loop. Faster now, no need to prove.
If shadows gather on the inner lane, I widen vision, cut the grain. Spin one more promise till the path is clear. Round and certain, always near.
Turbo halo promise circled bright above my drive. All the lanes align and vows arrive. Round the horizon where the roads entwine. I keep the orbit and the pulse is mine. Turbo halo promise rims of light around the night.
Every curve becomes a ride.
Ring on the windshield, let 'em shine. I seal the future with a halo sign. Super song, melody versus ringneck theta. Doing circular auto pan. Mid-A tom cascade, octave bass shove. Kick steps out, the circle keeps. Soft patterning as the city sleeps. Halo hangs steady over tempered chrome. I speak a promise with no tone. Clips grow taller, filters open wide. Pen depth rises like a tide. New traces rings around the moon. Count 2, 3, resume. Turbo halo promise circle bright above my drive. All the lanes align and vows arrive. Round the horizon where the roads entwine. I keep the orbit and the pulse is mine. Turbo halo promise trims of light around the night.
Every curve becomes a ride.
Ring on the windshield, better shine. I seal the future with a halo. Turbo halo promise raise a great expand the ring. Every tooth engaging while the engines sing. Road draw circles in a golden line. Name set permanent and turn in time. Turbo halo promise, no drift from what I choose. Round face stronger than the blues. Dawn crown symmetry across the line. Old still orbit in a halo shine. Just softens, circle slow. The night holds steady where the vows still glow.
ticks, counting how the moments pass. Throttle hold steady at the measured gram. I'm at the corner to a drift diagram.
White paint becomes a rule and scale. Angles align where the brakes exhale. Hands that load like a compass hand. Friction translates what the vectors planned.
Mirror show arrows of a trailing crew. Draft pulls narrow like a pencil cue. Apex approaches on a dotted seam.
Numbers say now and the ties agree.
Toms in ladders, that's in micro sand. Keys drop mercury to mark the span. If noise writes chaos on this careful span, I cross it out with a drift diagram. Drift diagram, the blueprint rhythm on the lane. White smoke, pencil drawing every gain. Vector to pressure, radius to aim. I print the victory with drift diagram. Measured thunder, zero gas. Rim shot, accent sign, the progress. Corner becomes a signature. I am name is plotted in a drift diagram.
Beep beep tom triplet rim flam kick return.
Cold air trims at the visor rim. Guardrail clips go crisp and slim. Lower to the nose, then let it slide. Counter exact on the inside guide.
Billboards flicker into graph line haze. Throttle like ink in a steady phrase. Blue sheet sky over asphalt span.
Smoke draws curves, no eraser can.
Count to 8, the cadence locks. Claps like rulers on the box. If fear mislabels what the senses scan, I stamp the legend drift diagram. Drift diagram, blueprint rhythm on the lane. White smoke, pencil drawing every gain. Vector to pressure, radius to aim. I print the victory with drift diagram. Measure thunder, zero gas. Rim shot, accent sign, the progress. Corner becomes a signature. I am name is plotted in a drift diagram.
Super solidenic ZP stabs. Tom 332 ladders at bar tops. Rim flams on white smoke line sweeps trace S curves.
Kick mutes, metronome breathes, one note hovering over drawing leaves. Blueprint glows, the night holds still. A chalk white line waits for the wind.
Head slider 1, 8s 1 and 16. Claps grow wide, accents tighten, filters glide. Lead takes aim at the plotted span. Downbeat lands on the master plan.
line thins. The road keeps holding